Hi folks, if you're being asked to use used parts in any of the applications that you might be using them in, there are some things that really need to be considered. First, where are you getting the part from? Is there traceability on where the part came from? Do you know if there's ever been any impacts, things like that? So how do I validate that if I don't know the answers to those questions? In South Florida, at a couple of yards in particular, what they're doing is they are taking the used parts off the car, bringing them inside the facility, doing a thorough, complete cleaning, a chemical wash down of the part. Then they're dried, and then they go through a magnafluxing process. So they're spraying the dye on the part, then they spray the developer over top of it, and they can easily see if there's any cracks or anything in the parts. If there's none, then they call it certify that the part was magnafluxed and cleaned. Then they'll clean the part off. Then it's tagged as what they consider an insurance A part. Then that part can be sold into the market at a higher cost for them, which in turn means a higher margin for you. And then that part is available as a part that is certified by that entity as a good part. The question that you always have is, where's the part coming from and what happened to it before I got it? And this is kind of a way to eliminate some of the concerns that you might have with the part. So in the event that you don't have that opportunity, the yard that has that kind of sophistication, at a minimum, you should be asking to do all of those functions to that part as part of your labor, which these would be not included operations. So the cost of cleaning, the cost of preparing it for the dye penetrant, the cost of the dye penetrant, the cost of the developer, then again examining the part. Typically what's used is a handheld microscope that you go over the part with. So, whatever that cost is, they're typically about $150, so you can put that over as many parts as you think, you would be using it on. But essentially what will happen is this builds an additional cost into using that part, which will get it very close to the cost of the new part anyway. But again, it's a way to validate that if in fact you're going to use the part, that it is in fact a good part. And then if there's costs associated with it, that you're getting reimbursed for those as well.